Hi and welcome back to another video of JPlay. I am Marcus and today should be another rather short one as I'm doing an unboxing of They Live Assault on Cable 54 based on the movie by John Carpenter They Live, which I still enjoy a big deal. I also got The Thing the other day, another game that is based on a movie by John Carpenter, and also really enjoyed this game. I like both movies, but again, if you would ask me, I think I would prefer They Live over The Thing, but yeah, that's basically only me. But today again we are looking at the contents of They Live, and it's really a heavy box. And yes, it comes with, even the box is sleeved in this case. And if you know the movie, I mean, then you know all these nice yeah, commercial things that the aliens basically brought upon us, and they made this here for this one here, buy this game. I think it's the same one here, buy this game. So yeah, again, let's have a look inside the box. First of all, maybe let's simply remove the sleeve for a second so that you can look at it. And yes, this totally looks like an 80s movie box. And there is another, let's say, cool reference inside the box here, which I believe might be a Kickstarter exclusive. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what we are looking at here today. So let's open up this box and yeah, let's have a look-see. Obviously, we are starting with the rules, and even they are so thematic. I mean, obey, follow the rules. Really cool. These are the rules for the normal, I think, 4 to 6 player game, which I think the original idea was to have a 4 to 6 player game. Everything else, like the 1 to 3 player rulebook here, they did pretty much the same thing for The Thing, which is also supposed to play 4 to 8 players, that is, and we played it with 8 players the other day and really had a blast of The Thing, I mean. But they also, with The Thing, have basically not really a full rulebook, but also very distinct set for 1 to 3 player rulebook, which obviously is not using any of the, let's call it, traitor mechanics in the normal mode of the game. And honestly, I haven't looked at those rules here. It seems there are, for the most part, very similar to the standard rules, which is already a good thing. But yeah, of course, as we are not using the normal traitor mechanics in these rules, there will be definitely some things that might be different. This is, I think, just a cheat sheet, I would think, 4 of those. I think that should be enough. And again, as I said, this game is really incredibly packed. I mean, everything fits barely into the box. Good thing is the game comes with sleeves, and here I also really do not remember if this was an add-on or if they really simply provided those. I believe for some of the cards you may really need some of those sleeves, because but I think I will be able to show these to you. And as you see, some of those cards are thicker than the normal average card, that is, and I think this is one of the reasons why you may want to use some of the sleeves here, because some of those have stickers on top of this. These are the glasses, and I keep forgetting what those are referred to. Give me a second. Hoffman lenses, exactly. These are the very special glasses which they're using also in the movie to basically see who the aliens are. You can then basically see through their disguise, for lack of a better term, and this is a mechanic that they also put into this game here. When I first unboxed this and looked at the rules and looked at these alien overlays here, so these overlays mainly work together with those glasses here, I thought, okay, maybe couldn't they have simply gone for simple loyalty cards? But then I continued to read through the standard rules, and then I noticed, oh yeah, no, there are other components which are also basically are dependent on those Hoffman classes. And yes, I got a second pair of those classes here. Maybe I should have went for more, but yeah, I have 2 at least. That's something. But yeah, let's see how good and bad this then actually works. Here are simply some, I think these are the scrap tokens. I think so. I could be wrong here. I think these are simply some of the, I don't know, these are the dials for the character sheets here. I think I should need to have to assemble those at some point in time. And again, these are those overlays, and I'm pretty sure I should hopefully I will be able to go through some of those because not sure if you can see that. So right now they all look the same in respect to those, but as soon as you place them on top of a character sheet and use these Hoffman lenses, then you see either an alien of sort or a normal guy or gal with some glasses on. And not sure if this works through the camera actually, so I'm really wondering this myself. So normally you should not tell from these things what those are. The problem I already have is, and the one reason why I usually sleeve my cards, especially when dealing with these kind of loyalty kind of things, is to protect those cards. Again, if those overlays get some damages and you already have a very minor little dent here, you could tell, hey, when I see this one here, I should be able to determine if that's an alien overlay or if that's a human overlay. And I'm pretty sure that this is breaking the game. So I might have to, I don't know, use tape around those corners here or some of that nature, because otherwise I'm relatively certain if I see this and this, and I do have very clever friends who would also be able to tell the difference. So I think I have to think about this. This is where that's the reason why I thought maybe let's better go for loyalty cards. As cool as those Hoffman lenses are, but if this breaks the experience, then it's basically not worth it. Yeah, here are some of those characters. I think there are, not sure how many there are. I think there were 8. Detective Dixon, we have Frank, of course, we have Nada, there's another Nada in this other one, we have Colette, Jacqueline, Harry, Billy, Gemini, Dr. Myra already, the Zodiac Club, but we have more, and that's the cool pieces, and this is where this VCR thing, this really looks like an old original 80s VCR, even it has these, it looks as it was really used, but it's not, believe me. So here are basically some more characters. So we have a Battle Nada, we have Holly, I think that's really important, Demolition Frank, basically another Frank, and we have Gilbert, and I think Gilbert was not in that original deck here. And this is where I'm not sure if this piece here is also a Kickstarter exclusive or not. So here we have more standees, more case files, so each of those characters come with their own, let's call it, personal mission of some sort. So you have always a prologue and an epilogue or so, if I recall that correctly, and in between you then basically shuffle those things together. So you will always, I think, deal with the same story cards in that case file, but they come out in a different order, and that's definitely something I do enjoy. And I think, yeah, for those we may want to really go for some of the sleeves. But again, I did not really spend an awful lot of time, as you can tell from this one here. I just really was left in awe of the level of love that went into the production of this board game here. So those are some of the extra case file that basically come with the expansion. Again, no, I think these are not scrap cards. I think these also belong to the overlays here, and again, hopefully I will be able to show these to you. One really cool piece are those dice, the Kick-Ass and Chew Bubblegum kind of dice. And again, if you don't really know the movie, then yeah, it really wouldn't give you anything. But I think there is this one scene where he basically comes out, a Rowdy Roddy Piper that is, and says, hey, I came here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass. I'm all out of bubblegum. And these are basically the dice here. I think they come with 4 misses, which is chew bubblegum, and we have 2 hits, which is kick ass. They come in 2 different colors, and I think there is also something to the color, because if you roll, for example, the same color of kick ass, then you also might get a bonus. Sometimes you need 3 of those. Again, there's a white and a blue, though these are always, let's call it, successes. But I think there is a bonus when you roll the same color each of those kickers. I think I got an extra set of dice too, cannot quite find it right now. I think these are those, what are those called? Commercial banners or so? What are those called? Let me have a second. I think they were mentioned in the rules. Billboards, exactly. Place billboards at key locations. And from what I can tell, I think they also have a secret, which you can then, yeah, exactly. There are different ones, and they all come with different kind of messages. Let's see if this works. And I had to slightly rearrange those. It does seem to work. So right now you will not be able to see something, but if you then using those Hoffman lenses over it, and I really do hope you can see that. So here it says marry and reproduce. Here we have the obey, and here we have the consume one. And I think depending on where those are later in the game, and there are more billboards, not just for Johnson for the election here, stuff will happen. This is one of the things which I'm not 100% clear on what they're being used for, but this is another thing where you really need those Hoffman lenses. Yes, in theory they could have been simply double-sided or so, but again, it's a nice gimmick. And again, if those overlays or those Hoffman lenses do fail me, I'm pretty sure I will find another way to make this work, but of course it's way more thematic with those glasses. Okay then, let's keep going. I think here are basically, I think the case files, or could be the item deck as well, and I think they also come with some specialties. Yes, exactly. So when you look at those, and I think I have to zoom in again, we see basically a weapon here, a 45. And these weapons also come with a hidden identity. I think this has to do with the final assault when you're really making it into the TV station. Who will then be able to use them also. And I'm not sure, I can see it quite well here, but this is clearly an alien weapon. And I think you see me now in the reflection. But I think you should also be able to see the little alien head here. So this would be a weapon, for example, which works for me. Let's see what this calculator is. And there's really, again, a whole pile of these item cards and whatnot. And I think, yeah, these are the sunglasses. And sunglasses, when you see those, these are then items that you're using for the human side, that is. So I was able to show to use both of them to you. And yeah, as I mentioned, a whole pile of those. I think there are some ways how you put those decks together, or I think some of the items and or allies only come into the picture when certain events or so are triggering. What do we have here? I think, yeah, these are these the enemy tokens or so? I think they are. I think they don't come with any special secrets or whatnot. Yeah, human thug. These are basically the opponents, and I think depending on which side they are, for example, if they have this symbol here which says, I think it's an influencer, so you can, I think, try to influence them to join them to your side, and then they can do stuff. On the other hand, they can also do some damage, and as you can see, a whole pile of, yeah, really a lot of these enemy tokens. They come in green and in red, and as far as I know, those reds also only come into the play through certain events or so. I think they're not part of the normal game, but sometimes, again, this pursuit chopper, for example, I believe only comes to effect when something else is happening in this game. And this is where I really think that this game is highly thematic, and I'm really looking forward to give this one a spin rather soon. What do we have here? I think, I don't really know. Law enforcement upgrades. So I think these are the breaking news cards, so basically also event cards. I think they come in three different, let's call it difficulty levels. I think we have the green, blue and red, and you assemble the deck each time you play a little bit differently. This seems to be, I don't know, player 8 or so, cannot right remember. This is basically the timer. This is the clock of the day. I think you have to do stuff until 12 a.m. or so, and then you will see if you are winning or losing. Yeah, no clue what those cards are. Let's see, pass, level 1. No clue what those are. First aid, I think there's also some, I think these could be the wound cards. I think these are wound cards also. These are some of the location cards. I think location event cards also, which you're also assembling next to each of those neighborhoods. And we will have a look at the game board in just a minute. So also, and I think this is where this game hopefully shines, as it seems to come with a lot of replayability. If you know the movie, if you know basically the outline, every game might be completely different. Here are the standees for the standard characters of the game. Here are some more of those billboards. Exactly, the sleeves, I already mentioned those. Now here are the case files, so these are the backstories for our heroes. And honestly, I don't really know what you have to do with those. What happens when you walk them through. I'm pretty sure you get an awesome reward at the end. And yeah, here we basically have some awesome story, what's happening, then what kind of check. So this seems to be an influence check here. I'm relatively certain we may have to do that here, and then we have a pass or a fail effect accordingly. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. And I believe then we should be already, and I really hope I get these components back into the box. This is the main game board, and yeah, some more of those cool. We have Hoffman lens tokens, we have warning tokens. I think depending on how suspicious you act, you will get more of those. Yeah, warning tokens, yeah, we get more suspicious. Wound tokens, obviously. I think these are scraps which you can trade in for stuff, especially for Hoffman tokens. This is part of the map, which is then these, I don't know, divided into sectors of the game. We have the tax exempt rich area here, up here, for example. Here we have the downtown area. They all come with 1, 2, 3, 4 different locations, like the Grand Hotel or the Hilltop Housing. I think we have seen the Hilltop Housing on one of the case file cards just now, but yeah, this is the main game board. So let's see. And again, I think these are really then only the tokens that are left. And that's basically, in a nutshell, what this game is about. The only thing I really quickly wanted to show you are those Hoffman lenses on these overlay cards. So let's start with Battle Nader here. Again, these photos here are really glued on top of these. These are not print directly on the sheet, and I'm pretty sure this has to do with the way how they had to print the stuff so that it works with those Hoffman lenses actually. So when we zoom down here and simply hover over these lenses, we don't see anything, basically a black screen. The magic really starts to happen when we put these overlays on top of this. And right now I don't know if this is now an alien one or if it's not. And again, as this is damaged, slightly damaged, it's really minor, but someone will tell the difference. I'm gonna show you this. And then we start to basically hover it over, and I think you might see that, but he definitely wears glasses, which means he is a human. So if let's continue going. Maybe let's put on this one here. That's another one. That's also a human player. This was clearly some glasses we have seen. That's also, I think I did shuffle them. Let's take one from the back maybe. Again, I don't really can tell the difference right now. That's also one of a glass one. Let's see, let's keep going. That might be a little bit boring. I think that's also one. I think there are only 2 invaders overlays in there. It's not aliens, it's invaders. And I think this one here, yes. I'm not sure if you are able to see that, but this definitely, oh, wait a second. There's something, did I mess this up? Here's the overlay now. You can see that now. At least I can see that. So this looks, maybe I should go for someone who doesn't wear glasses actually. Let's go with Holly. Maybe that makes more sense. Let's put this face over Holly here. And yeah, I think you might be able to see that, but this is clearly an alien overlay. And this is, I think, something, again, at the start of the game, you put a certain amount of these overlays into the mix, depending on how many players you have, and similar to games like Battlestar Galactica. And then you deal them out randomly, shuffle them, of course, and then before you start the game, everyone has a final look or initial look on who they are, and then they start going. I'm not sure, or I'm relatively certain that you cannot switch sides, at least I think, because that's not a thing in They Live, that you're switching side. Of course, there are traitors who are still working for the invaders, part of humans, so maybe this is a mechanic that is in this game. I don't really know. I only started to read some of the rules, but I'm not 100% through yet. But yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell that comes with this game. Again, very, very densely packed. Again, I have a second pair of glasses. I have another set of dice, which I'm not even sure if I'm able to put that into the box, but I will start to sort this one out. I think I have to start sleeving some of those cards. Again, a lot of sleeves, and I think they're pretty good sleeves actually, relatively thick ones, not the cheap penny sleeves I'm typically using. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to give this one a try. And if you're interested, let me know, then I might consider to learn this game using the 1 to 3 player rules. Obviously I will play this alone, so pretty much going for the solo cooperative mode of the game. Let me know if you're interested to see that, and I will consider that accordingly. And yeah, before I end it for today, huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. You guys are truly amazing. Really appreciate all your support. If you want to support my channel, you will find a link to my Patreon. Join me here on YouTube. There's a little thanks button. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, also greatly helps. And yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye bye.